Why are there so many rules in Christianity? This is a really good question. But I think an even better question to ask is, why are there rules in the first place? Think about other areas of life here for a moment. Home, work, sports. Now, I love sports. I love baseball. So let's work with a story here for a moment. In the game of baseball, recently, they've implemented a rule that applies to catchers. Now, catchers are the athletes that man home plate. And for a very long time, the general protocol for catchers would be that whenever a runner would be turning that corner of third base and coming into home plate, catchers would block home plate, so that the only way that these runners would be able to touch home plate and score would be to just run through, effectively, these catchers. Now a rule has been put in place that says catchers cannot do that. They have to provide a pathway for the runner to go from third base to home plate. And if the catcher has the ball, of course they can tag this runner out, but they're not blocking them any longer. Why? Why is that rule put in place? It's put in place because for a very long time, catchers would be incurring career-ending injuries, broken knees, broken ankles. So the rule was put in place for the protection of these athletes. Similarly, when we look to Christianity, rules are put in place by God for our protection. Many times we think that these rules are put in place to keep us from enjoyment or pleasure. But the opposite is true. God puts these rules in place for our enjoyment, for our protection, to enable us to live well. This actually leads to a bigger point, that this is the type of God we're talking about, a God who actually longs for us to live well, to do well in life, but also a God who longs personal relationship. The rules, again, are put in place not to keep us from enjoyment, but to enable us to live well and to flourish.